Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is Eastar Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing a reading for the energies of the blood moon lunar eclipse that are happening. Unfortunately, it's not happening where I'm at, but for a large chunk of the world, they can see this happen tonight. It's gonna last, I think, 80 minutes, I read somewhere. So, yeah, big event. If you can go see it, definitely do that. Because, I mean, why not? But I think it's interesting. What came out as the significator card for this reading was the Judge. And right off the bat, the things that I'm noticing is that there's basically a sun and a moon in this card, which is interesting because we do have an alignment of the sun and the moon, although it's, I think it's that the earth blocks out the sun and the moon gets this red glow from that. So it's interesting how that is playing out. There's a hand going up stop and a hand in offering. So there's two, it's sort of like opposing energies are going on here. And it's causing a bit of a stir. Maybe they're, because, think of a blood moon, I think of bloodshed. And there is actually a lot of conflict going on in the world. I think there's a lot of, I don't know if I call it rebellion or civil unrest is how I would describe it. So, and some of that could be positive and some of it could be negative depending on your perspective. But I think this card coming out shows that we need to really pay attention to discernment and not let the energies cloud us from what we know to be true in our hearts, because it's very easy to get caught up in all of that. It's very easy to be swayed this way or that into extreme polarities, and like the sun and the moon, they're at extreme opposites. Actually, it is funny. The sun is over here, the moon's over here, and the earth's between them. So there's like this separation, and it's causing this stir. And one says stop, the other says please. And it kind of represents two different ways to go about this. We can have an energy of separation, of opposing the other. And then there's also this energy of we can have acceptance. But we need to discern which is the correct action, right? Because if we're too easygoing about things, we're not discerning, and we offer a hand when we shouldn't, that can lead to bad results. And just as much as saying stop at the wrong time when we need to be open can be. So ultimately, the answer is not going to be clear cut. You have to use your discernment. Look to the sun and the moon within your heart. Like the sun can be your soul, and then the moon can be your mind in some representations. So align your heart and your mind. Or maybe, take a break from your mind and move into your heart, and vice versa, depending on what is best suited to you. But yeah, I think judgment and discernment is really important here. And the blood moon eclipse, I believe, is in Pisces, and the sun is in Virgo. And Virgo is all about discernment. And Pisces can be wrapped up in illusion. So they're very two opposite extremes. Like Virgo can sometimes seem like it's cold and judgmental, but at the same time, Virgo is discerning. Virgo has boundaries. And then with the moon, Pisces can be very warm, very loving, very free and flowing, but that can be a problem if it leads into the wrong direction, maybe getting lost in illusion, and even addiction, or being lost in our own heads. So yeah, I think this is a very, this kind of is the perfect card to come out now. I did some oracle cards ahead of time, and good thing I did, because there is a lot. There's quite a lot here, so we're going to have to really push it with space. And I also have tarot cards. I got a lot of air coming up in my throat too, so there's a lot of energies going on, I think, right now. A lot of anxious energies happening. I think the world can feel this like tension right now. And so we got to keep ourselves grounded, Keep ourselves steady. So I'm going to leave the tarot cards for now, just to the side here. And I'm going to start with oracle cards. Yeah, so let's see what we got first. Painted eggs. In pursuit of your truth, you must master your own craft. Okay. And we got ancestral lands. Within your roots, you will find the truest form of magic, which belongs to the essence of who you are and who you will become. Interesting. Got the moon here. And the moon there, actually, too. 2 different moons. But this moon, oh my gosh, it's almost like an eclipse in there, right? Like the phases. That's interesting. And we got a snake there, too. And the snake kind of makes me think of all the windy roots here, too. These cards are very interesting together. It's sort of like they're saying the same as the card here. There's 2 opposite polarities. Ancestral lands and painted eggs. I think of a nest as like your home and your foundations too, as well as like, you know, your roots. I'm thinking of all of there's a lot of civil unrest right now about, I'm sorry to bring up, you know, things in the world that are going on, but maybe that you want to escape from, to be honest, but I think people are very, are trying to reconcile all that. There's been a lot of shift in the world, a lot of movement with people, a lot of changes in everyone's vibrations. And so we all have to kind of resettle. We have to re-find ourselves, reestablish our identity, but also connect to who we are. And that can mean our ancestors as well. Ancestral lands. You know, I think part of this is also finding out your truth. But to do that, you have to work through it in your craft. Let me see here. Within your roots, you will find the truest form of magic, which belongs to the essence of who you are and who you will become. Yeah. So I think this is about acceptance of change. Acceptance of who you're going to be, who you're going to become. And to do that, you have to work through it. I think I need more cards here. Change. Courage. Okay, yeah. Courage. So you have to call upon your courage for this. Maybe it's kind of about finding a new identity. And part of a new identity is is that a word? Upheaving the old, or uprooting. Yeah, uprooting the old and examining it and seeing what needs to stay and what needs to go. Maybe some roots have rotted. Maybe some eggs have rotted. But then maybe there's something powerful to be found. Maybe there's something blooming that you didn't even realize. You need to have courage. I keep thinking about all the unrest in the world, and I don't know, that keeps on coming back to my mind. But I think on the personal level, this is about, you have to step into a new self. You have to step into it who you've always been, in a sense. Yeah, because this has always been in you, been in your blood, blood moon. Because in a sense, this has always been written in your DNA to become who you're becoming. But you have to do that by working through it, by mastering your craft, whatever that may be for you. Maybe it's something creative, like a change in what you do as your day-to-day. It doesn't have to necessarily be a creative art. It could just be a change in how you live your life, a change in vibration. Yeah. Okay. Asphodel. Asphodel. Okay. And Pimpernel. Ooh. And there's a compass on it. That's really interesting. Yeah. Because here we got the four quadrants here, and it makes me think of I don't know if you know about Native American medicine wheel, but it makes me think of that. It's divided into four sections, four colors, representing the wheel of life, four seasons, and then we got a compass here. But I think this could be about finding your true calling, your true north, in a sense. Yeah. And then we got asphodel. I don't know about asphodel, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's see here. Asphodel. What is asphodel? The Mazari of Corsica carry wands of asphodel into the dream realm. There they hunt the souls of locals in order to predict who will fall ill or die in the next year. Oh my goodness. Drawing this card is a sign that you too will have to make some big predictions soon. They'll have important effects on your life, so don't make them lightly. But don't take forever either, or someone may end up making them for you. Okay, yeah. Maybe we should look at Pimpernel as well, because this is about direction, changing directions, I think. Just going off intuition. And that takes courage, right? This is all kind of scary stuff in a way, or at least I find this kind of stuff scary because, change is, depending on our attitude towards change, it can be hard or it can be, fun. But, change is always disruptive by nature, right? The pimpernel is also known as the shepherd's weather glass, as it can both tell the time of the day and foretell incoming weather. Its petals always close up at noon and will only open again if it's due to be sunny. If rain is on its way, the flowers won't open at all. You find yourself in a position of not being certain which direction to take, but all the signs you need to make the right decision are there. You just need to trust in your ability to spot them. Yeah, so, okay, big decisions, change. This is about change and the courage it takes to do that. Do you want to say stop, or do you want to put out a hand in offering? And I think this is happening on the macro, on the micro, with the individual, but also in the greater society. Do we want to say no to the other, or do we want to be embracing? But either way, a change is going to happen, and we have to decide how we want things to go. Because we don't want to just let things happen. We want to take charge. Although sometimes we have to trust spirit too. I think the overall message is that we know, and we only have to engage with our inner knowing to find the answer. Yeah. And also, I just attention drawn to, I decided to bring strawberry quartz in for this reading. But now looking, it's kind of like it's kind of a dark gray color, right? Like the moon will turn. I won't know, but if you're in that part of the world, maybe you'll see it. Yeah, so let's do, I've got 3 crystal cards here. So maybe I'll just move these up a bit. Put them down here. So yeah, let's see what crystal's coming out today. Sodalite. Okay. And Dumortierite. Interesting. All blue, dark blue colors. And watermelon tourmaline. Oh, yeah. This one I think is associated with Metatron, if you are into angels. Interesting. Interesting. Sodalite. I have not got that card for a long time. Let's see. Yeah, intentionality, conscious awareness, and awakened state, inner knowing, self-confidence, clear expression of intentions. Yeah, so we were talking about you have to decide you have to make a decision and decide what you want to intend, what you want to happen. Yeah, so this is going to take, it takes discernment and courage. It takes, knowing yourself and what you need. And with Dumortierite, this is often about getting organized, getting lists going, even, and to declutter. Maybe you need to do a little cleaning and make some decisions around items you've had for a long time. Maybe you gotta change it up. Maybe you gotta get rid of things and cleanse a bit. Because maybe some energies have been sticking around too long, and you have to clear that out a bit, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, and watermelon tourmaline, it does have to do with Metron, but it's also just about living in the moment too. It's such a bright, vibrant crystal too. I just love looking at it. So I think, and it's also just about like finding perfection in the moment as well. So don't stress about this sort of storm coming here, because I think your discernment will come through the best if you can just make it so that you don't get overwhelmed, which to do that, you have to live in the moment and live in the joy of the moment. Easier said than done, I know, but especially if there's chaos around us. But I think you just have to find like the flowers under your feet. Actually, like, it's saying, looking at your craft, I think you really have to, if these energies in the world are too overwhelming. I know I've been kind of overwhelmed the last couple days. It might be helpful to throw yourself into the moment and work on things that are important to you. Focus on your goals right now, because the energies of the world are very distracting. There's a lot trying to pull us into separation and fear. And this could really help if you just maybe throw it. I really see some like me time almost, like if you ever do things like you just stay home and you go through all of your things, maybe declutter, work on things that you've set aside for too long, just and even cleaning, maybe cleansing your energy would be good. Yeah, maybe if you sage or anything like that, you use crystals to cleanse, maybe do some of that, or even also cleanse your crystals, because that has to be done as well. So yeah, maintenance for sure. There's a lot of maintenance going on here. And reassessing what our goals are, because sometimes we get a little off track and distracted by all the things going on. We get many projects going on that we forget what our initial goals are, and we can't. I saw a message today actually. It's a fortune cookie actually, but it was a good one because it talked about. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just saw something. All good though. I saw a fortune cookie that was talking about, it's better we just focus on one thing than spread our energy out in all directions. It said it more eloquently, but basically that was the idea of it. So yeah, I think we have to maybe reevaluate a bit. Let's see. Oh, I got 3 of these cards and 2 of these. How do I want to lay these out? Well, let's just go and see what we get. Clear quartz. Yeah. Cleanse those crystals. But also use them for clarity, because I think, you might be a little bit confused right now. I'm getting an energy of confusion, disorientation. And I think using quartz to clarify, maybe, because sometimes quartz is good, clear quartz is good for giving us clear vision. It can clarify our dreams, clarify our thinking. So if you have a good piece of quartz, maybe that would be helpful. And also the number for this is 44, that's an angel number, or at least I think of it as angelic. 4s are very angelic. So I think the angels also want to be helpful in this, and I think they can give you clear vision as well if you tune into them. So yeah, I think that will be helpful right now. Let's just put this guy here. What else we got? Oh my gosh, white sage. Did I not just say about saging? And look, 27. We got 27, 27. Is 27 a significant number for you? Or maybe a 9? Because 2 and 7 make 9. And we have that 999 portal coming up actually in the day after tomorrow. So that could be significant for you as well. But I definitely see this as affirming that you need to help yourself get clarity, especially amidst these energies, with cleansing your energy. Get yourself in order. If you have to, make a list. Make a list, and but don't be so rigid that you're following this list and you're stressing out about completing your list. Still live in the moment, right? Oh my gosh, chimes, awaken. And we got 33. That's a significant number. Got 33 and 44. My goodness. I think, 444 and 333 are very 444 is like the angels, and 333 I think of as like the guides. They're chiming. They're There's a reading recently where I was thinking a lot about, there's a bell going off and it was chiming the whole reading almost. And now I'm just thinking about that. Maybe you could use sound healing too. These are all methods of cleansing your energy, eh? Because you got a crystal. You could put a crystal on your body. You could sage your body as well as the crystals. And then you could also use chimes or whatever sound frequency to cleanse yourself. This is a very strong message to cleanse your energy in whatever way you see fit. Because I think if there is a lot going to come up, being in order will help you. And that doesn't just mean in your house or physically. That means your energy body. Your energy body needs to be in tip-top shape. So that's going to be really helpful to you. I'll just put that there for now. It's bugging me though. I gotta have symmetry. But let's just leave it there. Let's be open. All right, let's see. I got some Zodiac Moon cards here today. Oh my gosh, dolphins. New beginnings, Sun and Aries, a leap of faith. Oh my Lord. And I got a 1 there, and there's a 1 here too. These are so synchronistic with the other numbers. My goodness. That's so funny. But yeah, 1s, new beginnings. Oh my gosh, you are leaping into the sun here. I don't think you got to worry too much about the moon. You just have to get through the energy, but I think the sun is coming around back again, right? Even if the moon energy is a little dark, or there's a bit of a scary moment with the blood moon. These animals, these dolphins, they're very protective right now. They're protecting you from that energy. And dolphins can symbolize joy. So I think it's also about, take a leap of faith into joy. Live in the moment and but you also might be getting, there might be something coming in, like a new opportunity, a new beginning, maybe even a change, a shift that's going to be really good for you. Yeah, this energy is not going to be bad because, well, it is, but it's also getting through it is important because something really good is coming. That's what it's trying to tell you, that they're trying to reassure you that something really excellent is coming in for you, and they want you to be ready for it. So that's what keeping your energy clean is all about. It's going to help you to get ready for it. It's going to help you to receive it, because I think leap of faith, this is going to take faith, because it might not be an opportunity that's obvious or that is immediately, like, you might take sacrifice, or it might take maybe not sacrifice, but it might seem like not a sure thing at first, like taking a leap. Like it feels like, oh, will I fall and not, will I be hurt? But you have to take the leap, because otherwise nothing else will happen. Oh my gosh, joy. Just remember, joy with like dolphins. Gosh, There's so much about presence and joy. Sun in Leo, a time for celebration and success. So yes, this is a good thing. I think I'm going to put this here because yeah, I have to. And I think I'm going to spread things out a bit. Oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do here? These chimes are just, messing everything up. Maybe that's a message in itself. Like maybe I should have organized this better. Or maybe I gotta live in the moment and not be so stressed about organization, about order, about sure things. And just stick it where it fits. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Make it work. Actually, you know what? I kept feeling the instinct to put it over Judge, and I thought, well, that's going to cover up Judge, but you know what? It's just going to be that way. I'm going to put it over Judge. For whatever reason, that's where it's going. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't look crazy, but oh well. Here we go. Just be in the moment. Go with it. Never mind, I liked it the other way. You know what? Maybe you gotta play around a bit. Yeah, if you're trying to make something work and it's not, play around a little bit. Just see what works. And that goes back to craft, right? Play around with your craft. Because maybe you need to do something there. Maybe there will be answers that come through that playfulness, right? Working it out, seeing what fits. I know this is kind of a random story, but I was trying to hang a plant hanger, and it was just not working. It was really just, I couldn't get it in because I have a weird gap in the ceiling that's not quite a normal drywall gap. And I had to end up putting it in at an angle and then straightening it out. And it was just such an ordeal, but I kept working at it, and it all worked out, and it looks great now. And if I hadn't kept working at it, it wouldn't have happened. And, if you feel like a struggle with that, whatever it is you're working on, it doesn't have to be just hanging plants. Ask for help. Ask for help, because that's actually what I did. I asked for advice from a specific guide, and they told me what to do, and it worked. So, you can always ask for anything at all, even if it's just hanging things, right? Okay, so we have 2 last angel cards, and then I want to do tarot at the end. Maybe I should have done this at the beginning. Maybe it would give me more clarity, but you know what? Just go with it. Yeah, so 2 angel cards here. Let's see what they have for guidance. Ooh, passion. Hanya. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Oh my gosh. So yeah, new beginnings, joy. You might be changing jobs or careers, or just taking on a new passion, a new hobby. And that might help as a distraction, but also I think it's you doing your craft. And it's going to really help you through this. And that's what's waiting for you. If you can get through these energies that are maybe trying to block you, because this almost seems like a block. Like the universe is trying to give you something, and there's these blocking energies. And that could even be you. That could be you saying no when you are afraid to change, even if it's positive. Or if you've just been stuck in a certain way of being for so long that sometimes we can say no to things, even though it's exactly what we asked for, right? It's a strange conundrum. Our spirit energy bodies almost get locked up. Like we just can't move on to the thing we have to, because we've been so stuck in a certain way of being for so long. We get frozen, right? So this is unlocking you, and it's going to be so good. Look at this. Look how beautiful this card is, and her wings are so beautiful. She's just in her power, and she's got a candle there. That makes me think of wands, like wands creativity, right? From tarot. Wow. I can't get over these dolphins. I saw some dolphins the other day and it was the most magical thing. Yeah. I can really see joy coming in for you. I can really see beauty and happiness and adventure. It's all good things that are coming in for you. You just have to say it. You have to receive, right? And just have the courage to receive. Let's see what this. Oh, sorry. I make such weird sounds as reactions. Remember who you are. Michael, Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Oh. You know, Michael is protecting you. And if you don't feel protected, you can always ask and do a prayer with Michael, Archangel Michael. He's the protector, right? That's what he uses his sword. He uses his sword to protect. I think you're a very powerful being, and you have so much to share and give with the world. You have powers that you need to unlock and unleash to help the world, and Michael's protecting you so you can do that. So don't pass up this opportunity. See that purple belt? There's a lot of purple going on here too, but also gold. A lot of gold in here too. Gold chimes, gold asphodel, gold sun. It's like you are a golden child, and Michael is making sure that you are safe, and you don't have to fear. The only one to stop you is you. He's making sure the path is clear. So you will receive your abundance and this beautiful opportunity that's coming. The angels are bringing you an opportunity that is going to rock your world, and all the things going on in the world are going to seem small in comparison to how your inner world is so magically changing, you know? Yeah, this is crazy. This is such a positive reading, even though like the energies can have been a little funny. So reassuring. The angels are really looking out for you, and they're going to make sure that you're safe. So don't be afraid to take this opportunity, because I think this opportunity might be a little scary because it's not a sure thing, but you have to, this is a test of faith. You gotta have faith. And knowing how to discern if this is the right thing, if this is the opportunity, like you'll know because your energy is clear and you're making sure that you are settled, you're stable, you're rooted down, you're grounded. You'll be able to do it. Now let's get some tarot cards. Kind of funny to end on tarot cards, but maybe just to clarify everything, you know, what's going to happen immediately, you know, like what's going to be this, what's this opportunity that's coming in? Yeah, what's this opportunity for the collective that's coming in? Oh, Three of Cups, abundance. Look at all that water just splashing up between them. I think this is an opportunity that you will get to express yourself creatively, because look, your craft, passion, new beginnings, presence and joy, it's going to be something that also connects you to a community. It's going to be something that really brings you together with others. Because maybe you've been locked up too. Maybe you have been spending too much time in your house and afraid and unwilling to reach out to others. But I think that's all going to change now. That's all going to turn around. And maybe that's what you got to prepare for. Oh, yeah, exactly. 3 of Pentacles. You're going to be working together with others, and that's important for what you're going to be doing. So you've got to get used to it in a sense, like, but not rushing it. You do it at your own pace, so it's easy. Do things steady as you want, but ultimately you're coming together with other people. Look, 3-3 and 3-3 chimes. Ding. Oh, that's so funny. 3-3. The numbers are really talking today, aren't they? But 3s, yeah. Your guides are putting the right people in your path too. Maybe you've been around some nasty people, or people that just have, put you down or crushed your dreams. Maybe made you feel like you couldn't do these, craft your eggs, so to speak. But I think you're about to birth them, to be honest, because a nest with eggs, eggs are going to hatch soon. And there's you by yourself, maybe sitting over the eggs. Yeah, that's what's going on. But you're birthing, you're ready. And yeah, 9, birth. Ooh, peace. 2 of Swords, Moon in Libra. But look, the swords are going through a blue flower. For some reason, this is immediately making me think of Blue Lotus. Blue Lotus is something they took in Egypt to enhance their dreams. Because look, his eyes are blocked, but his third eye is open. And it's, normally this card kind of indicates blockages, but I kind of feel like, and maybe that's to do with you've been kind of blocked off from others. You've been kind of holding yourself back from others. But really, you've been using that time to enhance your psychic ability, to look within and discern what you actually want and need. And now the fruit of that is coming out, or the egg in this case, is being born. Because you allowed yourself that time, and now you know your heart. Yeah. Do I want one more? I was feeling 4 immediately, so I feel like I need one more card. What are we gonna end this on? One more. Oh, sorry, I get all sentimental. Prince of Discs, pragmatic. Oh, that's so Virgo. Pragmatism is very Virgo, but look, they're holding the earth. Remember we were talking about the earth between the sun and the moon? And they're holding it here in peace. It was like the sun was here and the moon was here and the earth was in the middle of the tension. But now look, the tension is eased. And there's butterflies everywhere and pink flowers and petals. And I believe that's the seed of life. Oh gosh, I think it is. The seed of life, yeah. So maybe there's going to be a birth. But that could also mean like a creative birth, right? I think you're birthing something for sure. Maybe you are actually giving birth, but or getting pregnant. But I think really this has to do with something of birthing a new self, a new creative self that's coming in. And look at the gemstone at the top. I think it's kind of like at her crown, but it also could kind of be representing her third eye. An awakening, a big awakening. Yeah, this has been a powerful reading. My gosh. Putting this over the watermelon tourmaline makes me think, this does have to do with somewhat about psychic ability. And I think, and it doesn't have to be like psychicness, but like, there's lots of ways that is expressed in people. Intuition. Maybe be pragmatic with your intuition. Be extremely discerning, like Virgo, right? Because we were talking about Virgo and Pisces. That's the axis right now of this year. Sun's in Virgo, moon's in Pisces right now. But the whole year in general, I think it goes 1.5 years, the axis points. If you know, you know. I'm not knowledgeable enough to really explain it well on video here, but basically... the north node of the world, I think, is going towards Pisces, and the south node is in Virgo. The Virgo is sort of representing the shadow, and Pisces the enlightenment, I guess. I probably shouldn't explain it because I need to know more, but basically I think, Virgo energy is coming out here strongly, but it's also about the balance of Virgo and Pisces, the spiritual and the practical. She's grounded, but she's also connected to the divine. And putting it in I kind of cut off there, but watermelon tourmaline with Archangel Metatron, I believe. Actually, better check on that. Watermelon tourmaline, I think is his crystal, but could be wrong. not seeing anything here about Metatron, but I feel like it is, though. I'm pretty sure that it is. So we're going to go with that. But overall, I think just have presence with yourself is the overall message here. Be in presence. Because look, he's sitting cross-legged here. He went into that isolation mode, that hermit mode, which is Virgo, associated with Virgo. And now maybe he's coming out into this time, this Piscean time, opening up, seeing all the beauty around, opening the eyes, but the third eye turned into a jewel. And so the fruits of your labor are coming in. But part of that is opening back up to the world, opening your eyes back up. You spent your time with the blindfold on to enhance your psychic ability. And now it's time to integrate. Yeah, it's a time of integration. And not just integration with your abilities, but also integration with others, because you're going to come together with others. And that's part of unlocking this opportunity. Because maybe someone else is going to bring it to you and you need to be open to receive that, which means being open to people. So don't isolate yourself. Take the proper time you need to have clarity and clarify what you want, so that when you come to others, you'll have that discernment to know if that thing that they bring you is what you want. There it is. Yeah. Okay. I think that was the message. So, anything else, angels, guides, spirits? They're like, nope, that's it. All right. So, thank you for watching to the end of the reading. I hope this was helpful. And if you like, you can subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I wish you all luck on this blood moon eclipse. And yeah, I hope it works out. Take care.